Arizona Democratic Congresswoman Yassamin Ansari is here with me now. Congresswoman, thank you for being here.
Thank you so much for having me.
What was behind your decision to skip today's inauguration, and what is your message to those who want to see lawmakers on both sides work together in the months and years ahead?
Well, I also would love to see lawmakers work towards common sense solutions that will make life easier for the American people and make life more affordable. I have not seen that thus far from my Republican counterparts, and certainly not from the incoming Trump administration. My district sent me to Congress to fight for the families in our community. That includes a significant population of immigrant families. There are over 64 languages spoken in my district with a majority Latino community. We have a large LGBTQ plus population, and already the actions and executive orders that we've seen from the administration show deep hatefulness, hostility, and anti-immigrant sentiment. So I was happy to spend the day with my community celebrating the legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. But if Republicans are willing to work with us on issues like transportation and cost, I am here to do so. But I do not want to normalize a Trump presidency and the far right attacks that we are seeing.
So what are you and your Democratic colleagues thinking going into a second Trump administration? Which areas would you like to work together on? What areas are red lines? And who is leading the charge?
I believe in our strong leadership in the caucus on the Democratic side. You know, as freshmen, we're coming in. There's 34 Democrats, a number of additional Republicans, and we have already built strong relationships as freshmen coming in. We've had a number of orientations together, and I think on issues like addressing homelessness and especially the housing supply crisis, I have had productive conversations with my Republican counterparts. For me, red lines, there are several. For when it comes to climate change, I believe that the climate crisis is the defining issue of our time. Scientists from around the world have been sounding the alarm for years, and we are seeing in front of our eyes Los Angeles just ravaged by the fires that are exacerbated by climate change. So the executive order to pull out of the Paris Climate Agreement and number of actions around, you know, one of the loudest sounds of applause today was saying, drill, baby, drill. And the United States should be a leader and at the forefront of the transition to clean energy that is going to improve our public health, that's better for our national security, that will help us compete with countries like China and others around the world. So on the issue of climate change, this is an issue I've worked on for years. I actually served on the team at the United Nations that helped to deliver the Paris Climate Agreement. I think it's unacceptable the direction that this administration is going. I also do not agree with the anti-immigrant policies of this administration. I believe we can have a strong border and we should secure our border, and we need more legal pathways to immigration. But we also need to protect dreamers. We need to protect DACA recipients. We need to protect the American
Congresswoman, on that situation, we know that the CBP One app was shut down as a result. What are your concerns there? And are you already hearing from your constituents, or are you fearful of what could happen in terms of what some cities are bracing for, which could include raids targeting unauthorized immigrants?
Absolutely. Not only am I deeply fearful, residents in our community have been scared for months. We've already, you know, in speaking with school board leaders and superintendents, they have let me know that parents have been scared to send their kids to school in fear of what might happen to them. There's a real lack of information in terms of people knowing what their rights are and what their protections are. And that is some of the work that my team and I are working to do to make sure that people understand in their, in the language that they speak, what rights they have in the United States of America. But it's going to take many of us at different levels of government, nonprofits working together to be able to protect the community to the extent that we can.
All right, Congresswoman Yassamin Ansari, we'll have to leave it there. Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much.